Hey, this is Mr. Drogemeyer. Thanks for joining me for our Algebra 1 lesson videos. Today we are in Unit 4, looking at lessons 18 and 19, finding rate of change from a table. So in our last lesson, we talked about how we can find rate of change, what it is. We have this formula that we looked at last time. The rate of change is going to be equal to uh, f of b minus f of a divided by b minus a. Um, a lot of times you're going to see this as y1 minus y2 over x1 minus x2. Basically, what we're saying is the inputs of your function are going to be in your denominator. We're going to subtract the outputs up in the numerator. So if we look at this first problem, it asks us to find the average rate of change over the interval of 0 seconds to 60 seconds. So, and they've given us some different times and lengths. We want to know from 0 seconds to 60 seconds, what is that rate of change? And so when we're talking about A and B and f of A, f of B, basically we're saying inputs, outputs. And so if we're going to call one of these functions A, one of them B. And so let's call 0 our A, we're going to call 60 our B. And so when A is 0, f of A is 180. When B is 60, f of B is 120. Input to output. So that's our input, this is our output. All right, and so we're going to use that rate of change formula. We're going to take our f of b value, which we said is 120, and subtract f of a, which we said is 180. Denominator, b, our input there was 60, minus our input for a, which was 0. And now we're going to simplify. So 120 minus 180, that's negative 60. 60 minus 0, that's 60. And so if we do that division, negative 60 divided by positive 60, that's going to simplify to negative 1. And our units here are inches per second. So we're saying that that length is dropping. So, you know, this could be maybe we're dropping a ball from a height or something. But so it starts at 180 inches, and after 60 seconds, it's down to 120. That means that it is falling at a rate of 1 inch per second. All right, and then let's take a look at our second example here. It says that Isaiah worked hard to improve his math grades. Calculate the average rate of change over the interval from his first exam to his fourth exam. All right, so exam 1, we're going to call A. Exam 4 is going to be B. F of A, the output for exam A is 64. F of B, the output for that one was 88. All right, and now we're going to go ahead and plug those values in. So f of b was 88 minus f of a, which is 64. B, which is 4, minus a, which is 1. We do our subtractions. 88 minus 64 is 24. 4 minus 1 is 3. 24 thirds, we can simplify that. 24 divided by 3 is 8. And so the average rate of change, our score, was changing, it was increasing at a rate of 8% per exam. So, and that's the average over that term. So, you know, From the first to the second, it went up by 6, but then it went up by 12, then it went up by 6 again. We averaged that out. Our average rate of change here over that time period was 8%. All right, and that's all I got for you today on finding rate of change from a table. As always, if you do have questions, please let me know. Thanks. Have a great day.